Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? You know who it is. It is your boy Greg, aka Dad Pad Gaming, aka the Most Sleep, aka we the Dad Pad Creeping. And today we come in with a new episode of Blerd Lines Podcast. Of course, I got my boy, your homie, your friend, the light-skinned one who's out and within, Demigod Sean.
Yo. What it do?
And then
we got, of course, the captain, a different captain, but a captain nonetheless.
Right.
The man with the mostest.
I am he is I am here.
You know what I'm saying? AKA Young Charles.
Young Charles.
You know what I'm saying? So we out here today.
Captain
So you know, we got I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm stretched thin. All right, chat. Y'all be like, well, where the game reviews at? Where the streams at? Look, man, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. Once upon a time, I applied for a job at Best Buy because I've been kind of hustling for like the last year or so, just kind of doing the video reviews and doing the video edits and some restaurants and stuff, right? But my wife was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? My wife was like, hey, let's get you a job, let's get you some consistent paper until your clientele picks up. I start working at Best Buy. I don't think I've said it on air before, but it's Best Buy, okay? It's Best Buy. And they really like me there. The only problem is they like me so much, I told these folks, hey, I got you on the part-time because I still got other obligations that I need to fulfill. And it was like, got you. We just gonna schedule you to work 37 hours a week. I mean, and it's part-time, technically.
Nah, that's full-time.
But exactly. Now this is my thing. Like, I'm used to working in an office space, you know what I'm saying? Like, in an office space, fine. I work 45, 50 hours a week, you know what I'm saying? If the overtime price is right, for sure. This is my thing, though. They like, you turned 35, you got two bum knees and a bad ankle, you've been playing backyard football for half of your life, and now your legs is fucked up. Let me fuck him up some more. Man, so I've been physically beat down. I've been falling asleep on Marvel Rivals all weekend. My kids been walking in on me. Look, the other day, Brayden walked in. I was in here asleep. Y'all was in the Discord laughing at me. He's like, hey, Dad, I took Linux and Kaya and took them upstairs, but you got to go to bed, man. I'm like, it's been a whole fucking thing. So, you know what I'm saying? That's where I've been at. Demigod Sean, you know, Captain Diesel, what y'all been up to?
Go ahead, Diesel.
I've been ripping and running. Finished up my last couple assignments for grad school, so that's done for the semester, and ready to send these kids home for winter break so I can really lock in on content. I've been trying to double down because as y'all know, wintertime is the time for content. So I got 2 videos out yesterday, did 2 streams, each like an hour or some change a piece. Demigod and my boy, the Anime Academic, were on to discuss Creature Commandos, but I'm really just trying to double down and get ready to drop this content and kind of also get back in on the health goals, man. We got to get back right because Thanksgiving threw me way off where I was trying to be at.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, Demigod, where you been at, man?
I actually started a new little journey here, you know what I'm saying, with the work life and stuff. Really excited about that, really nervous to be honest with you, but you know, we gonna run through it. Also been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals, surprisingly, was not on my bingo list this year. So that's 2 games, Black Ops and Marvel Rivals, that were not on my bingo list. And now we have a third, which is fucking Pokemon. So I've been running around with the Mons, you know what I mean? I haven't been streaming too much lately just because I've been trying to get my bearings with this whole, you know, new job and stuff. But once we get settled in and everything, we'll start streaming again consistently. I'm actually making myself a new schedule. So, you know, after work and stuff, we kind of get to the things that we need to get to, maybe get some working out in. You know what I'm saying? We need to pump up and just get refocused, you know. That's my goal for the next 14, 15 weeks or so, till spring hits. We just gonna refocus
Yeah,
and
that's what's up.
lock the fuck in. You feel me?
That's what's up.
I want to point out really quickly, Mr. Dad Pad. You know what? 2-3 months ago, when Marvel Rivals debate, when the closed beta was out,
Hmm.
and me and Buddy got the codes, we were playing. We were like, man, hey y'all, this probably gonna be the game, man. We probably about to this gonna be some shit, man.
Yes.
Demigod and Sir Perry, the platypus, were like, nah, I don't know about that, dog. We ain't fuck with that.
Yeah.
Day one, this game releases, we like, we tried to tell y'all niggas, this is gonna be it. This is gonna
I
be
mean,
the squad game for real.
and furthermore, like what agitates me most about this is the fact that, like, not only did I tell niggas, but the way that they did their beta was so player because they actually gave out a code for like your prime like beta player, but then they be like, all right, reach level 10 and then have a free code for your friend. I'm like, all right, cool. So I dropped one in the chat. I'm like, hey, who wants this for this Marvel Rivals? It's pretty cool. I think it might be up next. Everybody was like, nah. I mean, everybody except for Charlie. Charlie was a real one. He said, I'm going to play it. Charlie came back the next day, said, hey, man, this motherfucker fire. I said, yeah, bro, it's probably going to be up next. Probably an Overwatch killer. I found out that they give you a free code every day. So I dropped like 2 or 3 codes in the chat. It was like, hey, y'all really need to come check this out. It was so fire. I took my Portal on a vacation to California. And even when I was in California, I was playing on my PlayStation Portal because I just needed a fix. And I'm like, hey, y'all really should take these codes. And niggas was like, no. I really feel like they don't.
Playing at the time?
I don't know, but I really feel like y'all don't even deserve it.
Heavy at that point.
I was he on Valorant?
Probably.
Yeah,
Was he on Valorant in July?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only game we were really playing as a squad for real because we weren't touching Pokemon or Black Ops at that point.
Okay, yeah, maybe so.
Definitely fine.
Okay, yeah, I'll take it. But regardless, like I don't even feel like some of y'all deserve Marvel Rivals at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all slept on it.
Too fucking late, my boy. I'm here now.
Yeah, you here.
You have to deal with me and my namor.
Really quick, I want to get on it and talk
Namor.
I don't know the studio that is behind Marvel Rivals, but Marvel Rivals as a game has had probably some of the best community outreach I've seen since like early Ubisoft days, where they are giving the community so much dope stuff and free stuff off of just faith and transparency. The best thing that I saw that was announced was like with the battle pass, to where even after this season ends, you can still grind through season 1's battle pass to get all that stuff if need be. So you're not missing out on that. So it's really like respecting your time as a player. They're respecting your money as a player by allowing you to get all the skins for free if you would like to. They just give you so much stuff.
Yeah, only thing you have to pay for is the premium skin.
Right, yeah. And then they're giving you all the Hype Beast IP character skins that you would want. So I'm like, bro, they're going to make a lot of money. And I'm not going to say they're going to dethrone Fortnite, because I don't think Fortnite will leave anytime soon unless they do a lot of major fuck-ups. But they have a chance to really take over gaming in the
oh yeah,
if you want to call this subgenre of gaming in this market.
Yeah, I think come 2025 Game Awards, we're going to see a very different conversation come the nominees and the award winner for best ongoing game and best online community. I absolutely think we'll see that there. But we didn't really come here today to talk about Marvel Rivals. Not even a little bit. Today's topics are the top 100 PlayStation games as told by IGN and Forbes top 50 rappers. Where do y'all want to start? Y'all want to start with rapper games? Where we going?
Let's start with games. We already kind of talked about games.
Okay.
Let's get into the game. Man.
So let's go with games. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go with games. And that's fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull this list up. Just so we have it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can look along on y'all ends. But for the chat, I'm gonna pull it up. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second to get that cracking.
It's a long one.
Yeah, it is. We gonna skim through it. We gonna see some
Yeah,
bullshit
we
along
gonna
the way.
skim. We gonna definitely fucking skim because ain't no goddamn way.
All right.
Like I'm looking at some of these and I'm like, what in the hell?
Yeah,
IGN.
some of this is gonna be a little crazy for sure. I'm sure of it. You know what I'm saying? There we go. So at 100, we had what was that? Ape Escape. You know what I'm saying? Does anybody remember Ape Escape?
Yes.
That was way before my time.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, Charles, I have to remember that you're 12. You know what I'm saying? And that's nothing against you, bro. But you're 12. You know?
With a beard is crazy.
Hey, dead ass. When I was in about 7th grade, there was this kid named Caesar or Cesar because he was Mexican. He absolutely had a whole full grown beard when we was in the 7th grade, and it wasn't like he was like a double over 7th grader. Like, no, that nigga was really 12, 13. It can happen.
Damn.
He also had hair like all up his arms. He was just a hairy ass kid. But anyway, number 100, we got Ape Escape. Whatever, Ape Escape is fine. We got Crash Team Racing at 99. Feel a way about that. I think Crash Team Racing is one of the better kart racers out there. Spyro at 98. And y'all can just stop me like whenever y'all feel like. I'm gonna just like scroll through this, but I have a feeling as we get higher, we gonna start feeling the type of way. Tearaway at 97. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Here's my first gripe. Deathloop at 96.
Bro. Come on now.
Deathloop.
Come on now. 96 is crazy.
Deathloop doesn't belong in the top 200 games, in my opinion. Like,
of all time.
Of all time.
Like, what are we talking about?
I mean, you could put, granted, they didn't originally launch on PlayStation, but you can put Sonic 2, 3, Mania, Adventure in here, and those could all easily take 96 over Deathloop.
I would be fine with an Astrobot game, or
I'm sure we'll see Astrobot higher on here. But like Deathloop, so what I will say about Deathloop is this: the final hour of that game is probably one of the coolest times I've ever had in gaming. Like, period. The game itself was mid. Setting it up was really, really repetitive and got redundant and got really boring at times. But once you complete the death loop and you kill all 7 agents and you get to the ending and you figure out the twist, the last hour or 2 hours of this game is some of the coolest shit you'll ever see. But you've got to also go through 10 to 18 hours of, no, I'll say you go through 10 hours of some cool shit, 8 hours of repetitive shit just to get there. So I don't know. Like, if I could rate this game based on the very end of it, I would absolutely put it in like the top 20. But as a whole, no. Fuck out of here. Jack 2, 95.
Yeah, I didn't play Deathloop.
No, me neither.
Yeah, I never really got into Jack.
Like 87 for real. Like,
yeah.
Most of the other games here are kind of I'm really cool in whatever ranking you put them in. My first gripe until release to 87.
Loco Roco. No, I never
played Jack and Dexter, but I never like obsessed and loved it like that. I don't.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
the more edgy version of Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart at 93. I mean, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is really fucking good and really slept on. I don't know where I would rank it.
Could be top 75 at least.
Yeah, I would like to
higher.
I could see it be a higher. I don't necessarily hate it at 93, especially because I've been around PlayStation since PS1. But I could see it higher. Luminous, like random puzzler game. Put Ratchet and Clank there. Siphon Filter 1. Side filter one. Okay. I mean, it's kind of a copycat of Metal Gear, but whatever.
Yeah.
All right, we got Nino Cooney. Nino Cooney was pretty cool.
At
Pro
90?
Evolution. No, like Nino Cooney is really look, Ian just popped in and said the rift apart disrespect. Exactly. But nah, Nino Cooney is actually a I want to say a collaboration between Level 5 Games and Studio Ghibli, and has a very fucking good story to it. The only thing that kept me from putting it higher on my list, or saying it should be higher on the list, is the fact that the story is very childish. Like, they didn't like make it in a way to where it had like Shrek vibes, where it was like 4 kids with adult like themes in there. The story is like very forward in the way that they want it to be for kids, but also the game would probably be a bit more complicated than what kids can handle. So if you want something different, I would absolutely say play Nino Cooney. Pro Evolution Soccer 6. Like how I don't know how we get here, but sure. Like, so,
it's a game for international, like the most popular sport in the world.
yeah, I get that. And also my thing is like, you can't like rank all of these games. Like, some of these games is just like a couple dickheads sitting around the table like, hey, put that there. Like, yeah, that goes in there. Like, so I get that, but Rift Apart shouldn't be there. Horizon Zero Dawn is really fucking low.
87. That's
really fucking low.
That's crazy.
When you're looking at a game that, like, 'cause I'm looking at like this God of War, Ghost now, as like some of the more staple games for your, like, for not for your franchise, but for your gaming console as a whole. Like, in all the marketing for PlayStation, like the last 3 to 4 to 5 years I've seen, this and God of War are always like somewhere in the mix. Hell, I think isn't Horizon getting like its own episode on the Amazon?
Nah, it's supposed to get its own show. I think it got canceled though.
Yeah.
Damn.
Either it got canceled or it's in developmental hell. Because they were saying, oh, it's going to follow Aloy. Then it said, oh no, it's going to cover the story that was the rise of Machine and the fall of man. And then it just went away. And then they casted Sadie, the redhead chick from Stranger Things, I want to say.
Yeah.
And then they just went back into like, we don't know if we're doing it.
It will cost a lot of bread probably, because
yeah,
CGI, you're gonna have to do
a lot.
Even then, the prosthetics will be expensive because you're doing like robots.
Robots, yeah.
I think they want to make sure that Last of Us actually floats too. Like,
yeah,
this next season.
Yeah,
I think if Last of Us does well this next season, then they'll probably go forward with it.
Because we all know how divisive season 2 is going to be, at least for the gaming fan base. I'm curious to see how like Hollywood fan base will take it, but we'll see.
I don't think they'll care.
Yeah, I don't think they'll care as much. You're right. But yeah, I think Horizon should be higher. Doom Eternal is fine. I honestly think Horizon is a better game than Doom, but hey, whatever. SSX Tricky
should definitely be higher.
I'm not mad at this making the list though. It could be higher. I'm not mad at this making the list. Like, is this a game that you got to play?
This was the dentist office go-to game.
Dentist office,
bro. As a kid, I would love to go to the dentist just because they had this little little station set up where they had 4 TVs around it, and they had an Xbox and I think like 2 GameCubes.
Okay.
And I think a PlayStation on the other side. And when I tell you I played SSX Tricky non-stop in there, like I didn't skateboard for shit, but I love that game.
Yeah. Yeah, nah. So I'm not mad at that being here. Tetris Effect, okay. I mean, Tetris mechanically is tight. Kingdom Hearts 2, feel the way about Kingdom Hearts.
Be higher.
I'm
not a Kingdom Hearts player though, but I mean I've seen enough media to know that
I think for impact,
be higher.
For impact, yeah, maybe it could be higher. Not really a Kingdom Hearts fan though. I like Horizon more than The Last of Us as far as games go. I'm not mad at that, Ian. Monster Hunter at 82. Not mad at that. Medal of Honor Frontline. Who remember when Medal of Honor used to be the leading
The Call of
shooting
Duty.
game? The
Used to
leading
be called.
man. Hotline Miami at 80. It's a fine game. Killzone 2. It's a fine game at 79. 78 we get Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. I can't speak on it because I just restarted that game. So I'll know more about that hopefully as we crack into January. Ridge Racer. Yeah. I mean Ridge Racers. It's a racer. Returnal at 76. Yes, give my girl Celine some love. Returnal is fucking great and it's not for the weak hearted. Driver. Okay, look. Fun fact, Driver, specifically Driver 2, is the reason that GTA went into 3D realm. It was the first game that you would drive around the city. You could get out the car. Driver 2, that is. You get out the car. You could steal cars. You could explore. It was set in 3 different cities. It was Chicago. You could literally go into Wrigley's Field, and then there was a secret car you could steal, like, in the garage. That was super fucking fast. You can go to Rio de Janeiro, and then I forget what the last place was. Oh, Vegas. It was Vegas. Yeah, it was a really innovative game for its time.
Rio de Janeiro is crazy.
Yeah, and Vegas.
Chicago and then Rio?
Yes, crazy, right? But yeah, it was the reason that Grand Theft Auto, because Grand Theft Auto was doing the whole 2D over the top thing, and it was Driver that came out and did the 3D thing where they were like, oh shit. Like we need to step it up. And then we got Grand Theft Auto 3. The damn garage mission. Yeah, you talk about the opening of the game, Ian. Yeah. Most people didn't even see Driver because there was a mandatory tutorial you would have to do, and it would put you in a garage around pillars and be like, yeah, do a figure 8 donut. Don't crash into anything. Make it here in time. And if you don't make it in time, and if you do crash anything, try again, bitch. Damn. Most people did not get out of the tutorial. Like when you hear old head gamers say that games used to be hard and they're easy today. Yeah. Like you couldn't I mean, it's a thing. I don't
get out of your tutorial, my boy, and you want people to play your whole game.
I mean, well, let's keep it a buck. Some people can't get out of the opening sequences in Souls-like games. You know what I'm saying? It's the same difference.
That's their whole gimmick, though. Like their whole gimmick is to be a hard game. If you market your game, or maybe not you personally market your game, but if the community is marketing your game and you're aware of how the community perceives your game as being hard as fuck, and then, like, I don't know, maybe it's just the way I look at it. I'm not saying make games a cakewalk, but if you built a whole game for people to play through that shit and niggas can't get through the tutorial.
Well, shit, back then the internet wasn't really a thing, so nigga, you had to get good or get lost. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Get the cheat code book. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, cheat codes wasn't helping you. You know what I'm saying? What's cheat code gonna do?
That's how you know it's better. Cheat codes don't help you.
Well, how the cheat code gonna help you, nigga? You gotta do this figure 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nigga. Figure 8 or die, nigga. Summer band, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Little Big Planet at 74. What else we got? We got Yakuza 0 at 73. Need for Speed Underground at 72. I think there are other Need for Speed.
Underground 2 is 72. That should absolutely be higher. It's Underground 2, bro.
I think if you give us Most Wanted or Carbon, I would say we could push this bitch up to like 60s or 50s. Nah, those were better. This was the more popular one.
Was not better,
Carbon was heat. The one that had the one that had the tag team racing. Yes, right? Yes, nah, bro. Carbon was it, bro.
In my opinion, bro, Underground 2, bro. Underground 2 was beating Dub Edition, in my opinion.
But let me tell you something. If somebody that had a PS2 emulator, Dub Edition was not a great game. It had a good soundtrack. it had cool cars, it had Rockstar on the name, therefore we thought it was better than it was. But like revisiting that game, not that great.
Man.
So, I mean, I think that Need for Speed Underground 2 had more of an impact than Most Wanted did, but there's a reason why you see that they remade the car that was the cover art car on Underground today. There's a reason for it. It was probably the best of all the Need for Speed games.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Charlie, I know you were saying something. Did you want to get that out, Brody?
Oh no, because I was getting this confused with Midnight Club. I'm tripping.
Oh, okay.
I played Most Wanted, but I got Midnight. I was thinking about Midnight Club.
Yeah, Midnight Club was fun for the time, though. Helldivers at 71. Can't speak on it. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver.
Helldivers
Should be higher.
It could be. I'm not mad at it.
Helldivers
really
can stay
short-lived,
where it's
though.
at.
Yeah, I feel like that game was kind of short lived though. Like the gameplay was fun the community aspect was fun, but I feel like the game like died really quickly after they didn't really innovate much else.
Yeah.
As far as content wise, that game.
Yeah.
But that's the problem a lot of times. You have like these online dedicated PvE titles. Like unless you support them, like
Yep.
what's the next play? You know?
Yep.
Right.
What's happening
Prince
here?
of Persia 69. Legacy of Kain should definitely be higher. Prince of Persia should be higher.
So what's the game with Prince of Persia? Because I know it's a popular game. I know it's one of Ubisoft's original like pillars for real before Assassin's Creed dropped after this game.
Mm-hmm.
But how good was this game in as far as the community? Like how do people really feel about Sands of Time?
I personally loved it.
I mean, Sands of Time was really good. I could say Sands of Time was
the
really
time that
good.
we were in with what was that, PlayStation 2?
I think it was, yeah.
3?
Oh yeah, back in 2003. It was on PS2 for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, back in the time that we were in, I was just getting a PlayStation 2 hand me down from my uncle and shit that worked at GameStop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
But nah, it was
EB Games was still a thing. Like Game Informer was still coming to your door.
it was definitely a time. Remember those commercials? The commercials was hard as fuck for that game.
Bro.
Like I would challenge. You know what? I might even be able to let me see. I'm real quick. See if I can pull something up on YouTube. We probably ain't gonna have no audio for it, but Prince of Persia.
I know it's a beloved game. I keep hearing everybody talk about wanting a remake for that one over and over.
No, they're actually making a remake for it. It's just stuck in developmental hell.
Like most things.
So here's a commercial.
I know
We
Ubisoft going through like those strikes right now.
Yo, what up, Ray?
You know what I'm saying?
What it is, my boy.
We'd all take more risks if we could control time.
You know what I'm saying?
Time. Freeze time. Controlling time is the ultimate power. Use it wisely. Rated T for Teen. Prince of Persia. The Sands of Time.
That's what I'm saying. In the time that this came out, when PlayStation had that, what was it? Live in your world, play in ours was the tag.
Yes.
So, like, yeah, it was a different time. Like, and granted, 2003, you saw that commercial, it was just edgy enough to be like, whoa, man. Yeah, that was a shit. That was a shit. Yeah. So yeah, we got Bully at 68. Never played Bully.
Bully was fun.
I didn't play it, but I hear everybody talk about this game as far as
Bully was fire.
So I hear.
Rockstar got to get it together. There's a game being this popular in your community and people wanted it this long and not doing it. It's kind of crazy to me.
Right. Then we got Katamari Damacy at 67. The original Devil May Cry at 66.
I'm not mad at that. I feel like Devil May Cry 2 is the one I really loved. Because the first one was the second one was the one where was that the tower one where he went to go fight Virgil in the tower, or is it the first one? Am I tripping?
That's 3, bro. That was 3.
That's 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm tripping.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I'm about to say, if Devil May Cry 2 was your favorite one, I was going to have to kick you out the Discord, fam.
I don't remember. I played on PS2, so I couldn't remember.
That's
which one
fine.
it was.
That's fine.
Which one that
You
was. But yeah,
you
it was
cleared it
a
up by
good one.
describing, bro. But I'm
You
sure
cleared it up.
I'm sure Ray was gonna hit my DMs like, hey, bro, you gotta put that nigga out. Cause I know Ray knows.
Hey, take him around back to the shit.
Yeah, go ahead. Just lay his young ass out. Yeah, but not like Devil May Cry 1 is fine. Like I went and played it just to kind of like get there. And quite honestly, funny enough, like as hard of a time as I give you, Devil May Cry 2 was actually the game that made me fall in love with Devil May Cry. It was the first one I played. And being, I had to be like 12 when I played that shit, blew my mind. But ultimately, 3 came out, it kicked my ass, but it was so good. Went back and played the first one. I was like, oh, 2 is terrible. But yeah, Devil May Cry, it could be, I'm saying I could put 3 a bit higher. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. So this concerns me because we got Metal Gear Solid 5 here. So this means that we can have more than one entry per title, per series. Okay. So we saw some earlier that hopefully we kind of make good on that rule. We got Rocket League at 64. I'm not mad at it.
Rocket League has
All time? Okay.
That's a lot of longevity. That game, I remember playing that game when I was in like high school in like 2015, and people in college still playing it like 4 years later.
Yeah, they still playing it.
Streaming it and shit, yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Destiny 1 at 63.
I'll take it.
Right, Parappa the
It
Rapper
shouldn't even
at
be on the list, but I'll take it.
Parappa the Rapper at 62. I mean,
this is a game. I've always seen this character around, but I thought it was from an anime or something that I missed.
wow. I mean, again, yeah, this game came out like in 94, 95. Oh, experimentation, and in 96. Okay, so 96. There we go. But yeah, Parappa the Rapper was fun. I think it's a little high. I think that this is one of those things that is more here because it's influence, like in cultural impact, than it is the actual game. I'm shocked that it's low. It's hella popular. Let's see here. Hitman, World of Assassination. I'm not mad. I think 61 is a fair place for that to be. Parappa the Rapper demo disc classic, right? Kick punch is all in the line. Everyone that touches me. Yeah. Unlocked memory. Thank you.
This is another red flag I have here, no pun intended, at 60.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, I feel like needs to be higher on this list. One, because this is where I start to question like what the criteria was. Because when you're talking about a game that has the gameplay, this game has it. This probably has some of the best gameplay in the entire Assassin's Creed series, from the parkour to the combat to how fun the ship combat was introducing that, which I haven't seen any other game really have ship naval combat to the degree of this game, and how fun it was. The environment, in regards to the world building, the whole Caribbean and Nassau and all that stuff was amazing. The story was kind of depending on the characters and the side stuff, but when you're looking at what makes a great game and all the criteria, I feel like personally for me, like playing the fuck out of this game hits all those different criteria at a significant level for me to feel like it should be higher up on this list. So now like I'm questioning, okay, if it's just gameplay that's higher up on your criteria list? Is it story? Is it the world building? Like what the experience? What is it? Because this game I feel like fit a lot of that stuff.
I don't know. Like I'm with you. I do think that Assassin's Creed 4 is the apex of Assassin's Creed. I don't know. What I'm gonna say is this: I could see it being higher. I don't really see it being any lower, but I'm curious to see what we get as we start to get into the 50s and up. Would really kind of drive my feeling for, does this really deserve to be at 60, or should it really be like in like the top 40 maybe? So I'll reserve feelings, but I'm not mad at your thoughts there. Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty at 59 is crazy.
This is where they start to piss me off.
At 59?
Bro, bro.
I mean, I understand for the sake of like the list and conversation, like you want to kind of mix it up, but Metal Gear Solid
No.
2, 3, and 1 could all easily take slots in the top 20. Nonetheless, IGN, I'm gonna let you cook. Journey at 58, I'm not mad at that. Crash Bandicoot 1 at 57. I think Crash Bandicoot 1 should be where Crash Team Racing was towards the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, I think
And they should switch places.
I think the best Crash Bandicoot is probably 2. So why I say that like I'm from Baltimore, 2. But right. But I don't know. Let's see. Ghost of Tsushima at 56.
Disrespect.
I think this should probably be in the 30s.
Disrespect.
I
It
can
should
see
be in the top 25 for sure.
Yeah.
Top 20.
Wait, it's an
fucking
IGN
five,
list?
bro.
Oh boy. That's my nigga, right? That's Final Fantasy 9 at 55. I honestly,
it could be lower.
no.
It could be lower.
Honestly, I think Final Fantasy 9 is probably the best Final Fantasy of all time. I could easily put it in the top 10. It is absolutely.
Don't people hate Final Fantasy 9?
Some people do, and some people are fucking Derek and Juan. Like, I could easily say that Final Fantasy 9 is top 3 Final Fantasies of all time, and could easily be one of the best also one of the top 3 JRPGs on the PS1. Which says a lot because that was the golden era of JRPGs. Let me see here. If the PS5 is top of the gaming and Ghost of Tsushima is one of the top PS5 games, we're talking top 25 easy. But yeah, nonetheless, IGN Final Fantasy 9, you're tripping, and I know they're gonna put Final Fantasy 10 up there. Arkham City,
Batman Arkham City
This
at
game,
54, bro.
This needs to be borderline top 10 to me. When you're
I'm
talking about impact on gaming, you're talking about not just impact on gaming, impact on like DC nerd culture in general, with the cosplays, how amazing the story is regarded, the gameplay innovation that everybody is
all
like. I feel like after Arkham Asylum dropped, there was some copycatting of the free flow system.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We wouldn't have the Spider-Man games without it.
Correct. Yeah, because I think Arkham City was at its peak in regards to.
Arkham City, yeah, I think it was the best as well. Yeah, not bad.
Needs to be borderline top 10 for them.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the top 10.
You remember the cinematic commercials for this game when it dropped?
Bro,
that commercial I watched. This was me. This at this point in time, and what is this came out? 2011 is when I started to really like follow games heavy. Where I think I still have my Game Informer cover of this game somewhere at home.
Nigga, do
y'all?
y'all?
I was at school watching the commercial all the time with niggas in homeroom and shit. When we supposed to be doing work on the computer. Nigga, yeah, bro. This
do y'all remember Halloween that year?
Oh yeah.
All the Harley Quinns.
The poison, bruh.
Yeah.
All the Poison Ivies, Harley Quinns, bruh.
And honestly, this was the resurface of pop culture's obsession with Harley Quinn. It was just like once like Suicide Squad hit and shit, that like the late bloomers were like, oh, Harley Quinn is an icon. We like her. She's sexy and dangerous.
This is where it really started though, because up until this point, we hadn't really had a sexualized version of Harley Quinn, really.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Tara Strong voicing her in certain episodes of the show, but Tara Strong wasn't like the more predominant Harley. Like Tara Strong became the predominant Harley Quinn when this game came out. Because people just loved her performance as this character so much and what this character did.
Right, her and Mr. J.
They changed comments and everything around this version of the character.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I think it could be higher. I'm not mad at it, but I would even if they bumped it up to 49 and put it in the top 50, I would take it.
Yeah.
Vagrant Story, I hear wonderful things about it. I've never played, probably never will. Don't get me wrong.
Your face, Greg.
I love Spider-Man 2. I'm enjoying it now. Not better than Arkham City. Not better than Arkham City.
It's not.
Does it do things better? Yes, it also has like more technology. But what I'm saying right now, if we got a ground up remake of Arkham City and dropped it with the same bells and whistles that Spider-Man 2 currently has, Spider-Man 2 would blow it out of the water. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, Arkham City would blow it out of the water. Not a bad game, but come on, man. Come on, man. The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead at 51.
Dead.
This is and so
I'm not mad at this.
This game is kind of weird because either you're a Telltale fan or you're not, and I think that's the issue with some of these games.
I'm just not a Walking Dead fan.
Bro, we used to fuck with The Walking Dead, bro.
Yeah, bro, but it got too long, fam. Like, at some point, everybody's dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just dragging it along for dramatic and...
No, they're dragging it along for money, yeah. Because, like, once...
about this game, it was a whole different story with a whole...
Yeah, exactly. Did you ever play it? Sean, did you ever play Telltale's The Walking Dead?
I played the beginning of it. I didn't really get into it very much.
Yeah, you should check it out. It still holds up. It still tells a really good story. You would probably enjoy it, and it's a good game for stream as well.
Telltale's like that, man. I need another fucking Wolf Among Us thing. Let's get it popping, Telltale. Come on now.
Grand Theft Auto 3. Okay. At 50, yeah.
At 50? Okay.
If we're talking about the most influential, we could absolutely put this in the top 5, probably. But as far as like greatest of all time, with influence being part of it, I could see 50 being a fair place. Final Fantasy Tactics, have not played, but from what I hear, this should probably be in the top 10. From what I understand, this is probably the best JRPG available on the PS1. And it is still a great regret of mine that I was too immature to try it when it came out originally. But
I had this disc, but I never played it.
I should have played it. Demon Souls at 48. Kind of fair. God of War 2 at 47. I'm okay with God of War 2 being at 47, so long as God of War 3 and modern God of Wars are maybe in the top 30, and God of War 1 is not on the list. If
I would trade God of War 2 for Batman Arkham City.
I'd do that too.
I'm not mad at that. Like I said, I would be happy even if we saw Arkham City in the top 50. Chrono Cross, never played, but it's supposed to be one of the all-time greats. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, probably my least favorite of the original Metal Gears, but it was good nonetheless. Guitar Hero.
Legends of Rock. This is the third one now.
This is one of those that should probably be at like 70. Like, I'm not gonna shit on Guitar Hero and say that it was not a cultural moment.
Yeah.
But this should probably be in the top 60, 70. Like, not in the upper half. Wipeout XL.
I would trade it with Bully at 68.
Not bad at that. Time Splitters 2. Wasn't big on Time Splitters, but I get it. Time Splitters was a thing back then.
Titanfall has been disrespected for so long.
My
it could
personal,
at least be top 30.
My personal opinion, I think that Titanfall 2 is probably the best first-person shooter of all time. Like, no way around it. Maybe I'm wrong. It's my opinion. Suck it. Does the number one FPS of all time deserve better than 41st? Absolutely. I'm with you, Sean.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. Vice City at 40.
They were doing finishers before your Black Ops 6 was doing finishers and had fucking mechs. Like, I'm hot about it.
2 a.m. playing
Vice
Rock
City.
Band and a Guitar Hero with bitches in college was a top tier gaming experience. Oh yeah, no doubt. I'm with you. I was on similar shit, bro. Like I absolutely agree with you. It was, but not better than Arkham City, not even better than Spider-Man 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. They said that shit was better than Metal Gear Solid 2. Like, nah, fam. Nah.
Uh-oh.
Charlie. What happened to you, Charles? Young Charles.
Young Charles.
There we go. Young Charles is back. All right. Top 40. Astrobot at 39. Okay. Not mad at Astrobot at 39. Tomb Raider, the original Tomb Raider.
With the triangle titties.
So, the original Tomb Raider don't hold up so well.
No, it doesn't.
It is the most obtuse, obscure fucking game on the planet. And I had a great time with it. But
I watched somebody play it recently too.
But they put a remaster out, and the remaster has like better guidelines for like guiding you through. But don't put this in the top 50 when it absolutely fucking required a strategy guide to beat this game. Like, show me a person that beat this game without a strategy guide, and I will introduce you to one of the developers of the game. That's all I'm saying. OG Tomb Raider does not hold up. It doesn't. You're right, Ray. Shit. Look, even he has said Tomb Raider will leave your ass in the dark for hours for nothing. For real. For nothing. You be in there trying to hit circle. It should just be rolling. Yeah. Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. She just walked in this room and then it went boom.
I didn't know about guides.
This nigga made the game. This either is a developer or a liar. You're lying to us here. Or it took you like 3 years to beat it. That's a possibility. All right. That's Uncharted crazy. Uncharted 4 at 37. I'm not mad at that. Uncharted 4 at 37. Near Automata. I'm not mad at that placement. I think Nier could be higher, but I'm absolutely not mad at it being in the top 36. Burnout Takedown.
Okay. I played Burnout 3. And honestly, I would absolutely trade this for Need for Speed Underground 2. Like, you got me fucked up, bro.
I'm not mad at that trade. I'm not mad at that trade. Also, Ian, all right, bro. So I'm gonna level with you. You might have beat Tomb Raider 2 Part 2 without a strategy guide, bro. I think your memory is playing tricks on you, bro. That first one was fucking impossible without a guide.
Listen, that's crazy.
But no, I'm not mad at trading Need for Speed Underground for Burnout. I think Burnout was definitely influential, and it's like Burnout is like the modern like standard for what a arcade race game needs to be. But definitely not mad at Underground swapped out there. Let's see here. Dishonored 2. Dishonored is fine. It could be lower in my opinion. I think that it should be high. Maybe like 48, 49. Okami.
Where you can see the PC ad, the ChatGPT as work that put into this. When you look at the Dishonored 2 description, it's like if you're looking for clockwork-like intricacy and artistic elegance, like no, who's ever wanted that in a game? Who's ever asked for that shit?
Me?
Like,
I like my games with a little bit of elegance, my boy. Yeah, bro. I am team video games are art, and that statement is not wrong. Like, if you've ever played Dishonored 2, they're explaining that game in a very appropriate way. Like, I'm not mad at that. Tony Hawk 2 at 32, not mad at that. Didn't I tell you they was gonna put Final Fantasy X up high? And don't get me wrong, Final Fantasy X is an extraordinary game. It is at the advent of video game voice actors and storytelling. I just think so I'm gonna put it to you like this. I remember playing, because this game came out at the time that I could not afford a PS2 yet, but I remember playing Final Fantasy IX, being in love with it, and beating that game and then upgrading to PS2. And you know when you get a new console, you're just like on that like next gen high and you can play a shitty game and be like, this is the greatest thing ever. Like, believe me, I got a PS3 and played Sonic 06 and somewhat enjoyed it. I got a fucking PS4. No, I got a fucking PS5 and I beat fucking Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You know what I'm saying? Just off of that next gen high.
You beat that?
Yeah, I beat it. Yeah, it was a fucking train wreck. Don't ask.
Your children, bro. How do you have the time?
Bro, it was COVID.
Dang.
Oh, it was COVID.
Yeah,
season.
but yeah, no, definitely. Like, I played Final Fantasy 9 and then went and played Final Fantasy 10 with that new gen high. It was like, 9 is still better. Says something. Suikoden 2, not mad at its placement here. Resident Evil OG at 29. No.
Put Resident Evil 2 over Resident Evil 1?
Yes, absolutely. I don't think that Resident Evil 1 should be this high on this list. I get that it's the beginning. I get that it started a new genre in games, but Resident Evil 2 should be all the representation that we need for classic Resident Evil on this list. Mass Effect 2 at 28. Okay. Tekken 3 at 27 is appropriate. All right, let's see here. God of War Ragnarok at 26.
I'm pissed off now.
Ooh, I don't know. All right.
This needs to be top 10. I'm sorry.
So we getting into the top 25 now. It's going to get a little spicy.
It's gonna get spicy. And y'all are crazy, IGN. Why is God of War so low on the list?
God of War is 26 because Persona 5 Royale, my nigga, is 25, and I take it. Absolutely should be in the top percentile. Yes.
I gotta play Persona 5 soon.
Persona 5 Royale is a masterclass in JRPGs. Resident Evil 4, the remake, at 24. Yeah. I'm not mad at that. Okay.
See, I would switch places with that and God of War.
I ain't mad at that neither. San Andreas at 23. Okay.
I'm not mad at this because I feel like every person and their mama had a copy of this game at their house at some point.
Yeah.
Like everybody had a copy of San Andreas.
Right. You see, IGN about to make people heat it. Yeah, I'm not mad at Portal at 22. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare was a game changer and a cultural moment. Silent Hill 2, the original, not mad at that. This top 20 is not ridiculous so far, and it is almost justifying some of these games putting at lower places. I just think that some of the previous, like some of the bottom 75 games maybe should be shuffled around and prioritized different. But nonetheless, 18, we got Gran Turismo 3. Gran Turismo 3 was a game changer. I remember that. I'm not mad at it. Persona 4 Golden, yes, better than Persona 5, and it is. I think Persona 4 Golden is probably my favorite Persona of all time. So, not mad at that placement. The Witcher 3 at 16.
I don't know about that. Top 50, absolutely. Top 25, all time. Out of this list, I mean, we could put Vice City there.
So,
out of this list, we could put Titanfall there.
So, so this is my thing. The Witcher 3 changes the format of non-cinematic storytelling in games. Like, I think Metal Gear Solid sets the standard for, and even, Death Stranding to a degree. And even now, like Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth have, set standards for what cinematic storytelling looks like in games. I think that without Witcher 3, we don't have a baseline for storytelling in Horizon or things like Baldur's Gate. So my only thing is I did not care for the gameplay in The Witcher. So it's like I'm torn on this one. So I don't know, man. Maybe like 30.
I feel like we're starting to get a little glazed at 15. I understand how great
A little glaze.
But we got 3 Metal Gear games within the last,
I'm telling you, when
you
I
need to play.
Yeah, like when I tell you Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3, and even 4 for that matter, could easily all take spots in the top 20 games. Again, this is somebody who has played deep into the library of PS1, 2, 3, and 4. And knee deep in 5s as well. Like, not making it up. Let's see here. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. There we go. I'm not mad at the placement here. It could be top 10, but I'm not mad at its place here. Oh, Ian, yeah, you need to play. You need to play, Ian. Hold off on Metal Gear Solid 3, of course, as the remake is coming out. But you can buy them all on PSN right now, bro. They're all on sale. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Again, Charlie, I know we said this off air. You had some feelings about this. Ray, you here? Ray, you here, right? Okay, Ray is here. Bro, I know because you a little older than me. Did you play Castlevania Symphony of the Night, bro? I'm going to wait for him. We're going to wait for you. Don't make me wait too long, Ray. Don't make me wait Don't make me wait the way you made me wait for you to start Full Metal, bro. No, you haven't. Okay, that's fine. It's cool. Unfortunate. Oh, man, we lost Charlie again. We lost Charlie. Young Charles.
I'm back.
Young Charles, no.
Bro, this PC is killing me.
Young Charles. It's all good. Elden Ring at 13. Okay. Not mad at that. Last of Us Part 2 is at 12. Oh, it's some mad fanboys.
I'm not gonna lie. Last of Us made me cry, nigga. I did it on stream. Y'all saw me on stream.
Oh, did it? I don't know if I watch you play. I don't think I'll watch you finish it. But yeah, you should cry.
I would move God of War Ragnarok 1,000,000 times over to number 12 rather than having that piece of shit Last of Us Part 2.
Last of Us Part 2 is not a piece of shit. Watch it.
Listen, bro.
I
I'm very upset with it.
I could absolutely see Ragnarok taking the place of The Witcher. Absolutely.
16.
But I could even see The Last of Us 2 being at 16 and Ragnarok being 12. So I'm with you, but let's not talk bad on The Last of Us 2. It is a master class as well.
No, I mean I loved it, but I hated the ending. I really hated the ending.
It was a painful ending. It was
hated the fucking ending, bro.
Yeah.
I despise the ending.
It's okay. Not here. We don't want to have to call out spoiler warnings. The Last of Us Part 2 was good, but one gameplay was so bad. I'm jaded to the whole story. I don't think Part 1's gameplay was bad, but I definitely do think that I think that Part 2's gameplay was worlds of improvement on top of what 1 did, though. All right, so Resident Evil 2 Remake at 11. It could be lower. Like, it was good, though. Baldur's Gate. I'm not mad at Baldur's Gate 3 being top 10. I'm not mad at that.
So this is what I'm confused about, because these are supposed to be PlayStation games.
But
right?
think about it. It launched as an exclusive.
Okay.
Did
Elden Ring also launch as an exclusive to PlayStation?
No. But I don't think it's
here?
I don't know, because it's a PlayStation game. I don't think they're necessarily locking it to PlayStation exclusives. Because a lot of these games did come out on Xbox as well. So, let's see what else we got. Grand Theft Auto 5 /GTA Online. Yeah, I mean, it could very well not be in the top 10, but at the same time, this is like that Drake conversation. For the numbers, it does deserve a mention in the top echelon. Like it does. So whatever. Uncharted 2, A Thief's End. I do think Uncharted 2 is probably the best Uncharted. Not mad at that being 8. Red Dead Redemption at 7. I'm not mad at. One of the greatest stories ever told in gaming.
I'm glad it's above GTA 5. I'm happy.
Resident Evil 7. I mean, Final Fantasy 7. You kind of almost have to put it here.
The original, yeah.
Yeah. I do think that a lot of it is not only because of the quality of the game, but it's because of the influence that it had at the time that it came out. Which for me in some ways does render it a bit overrated, but it is still a fucking classic. Let me see what we got next. The Last of Us at 5. Okay.
Original.
Shadow of Colossus at 4. Not mad at that. Bloodborne at 3.
Nice.
I mean, okay.
Bloodborne over Elden Ring. I'm not mad at.
Yeah. Number 2 is God of War.
God of
So
War 4.
I feel a way that they put God of War 2 on this list, but they didn't put God of War 3 on it.
Right.
Or God of War 1.
I don't think God of War 1 was that great. I think God of War 1 was easily a 6.5, 7 out of 10 kind of game. And they just went from there and made it great. Nonetheless, God of War 2, I could definitely see it. But for number 1, I already know what it's going to be. Everybody give it up for
Metal Gear.
Kojima-sama.
I'm swapping 2 and 1. I'm sorry. I'm swapping Metal Gear and God of War 2 and 1. I'm putting God of War number 1.
Nah.
I'm sorry.
No. No.
When you play Metal Gear Solid Remake on PlayStation, you'll understand.
No. Metal Gear Solid 1 is probably one of the best games ever created. I can understand why it's number 1. Without Metal Gear Solid 1, you don't see most of the games on this list exist the way they were. It is the grandfather of cinematic storytelling in all of games. And if you play it today, it absolutely, and I can tell you because I played and beat this game 4 or 5 times. What was that? Was that earlier this year or last year? Like back to back to back to back to back, and had no problem with it.
And I'm cool with that. You can have that. You can be the grandfather. You can be an innovator. But I just think God of War.
Have you played Metal Gear Solid 1, Charlie?
No, I've watched the gameplay only because I've seen you talk about it so much. I think I watched your streams of you playing it as well.
So what I'm gonna say to you is, coming from a person who's played both, bro, Metal Gear Solid 1. Like, no shade on God of War. I'm not mad at God of War being number 1, but the impact, the gameplay, the revolution that this game caused, bro. Like, I cannot stress to you enough. Like, God of War, Shadow of the Colossus, The Last of Us, Red Dead Redemption, Uncharted, Grand Theft Auto, The Last of Us 2. Of course, you know, even you talk about The Witcher, obviously Metal Gear Solid 3. What else we got here? Silent Hill was Metal Gear's sibling, so those are kind of in the same pool. Not going to count that. You know, Grand Theft Auto again, Resident Evil 4, Ragnarok, Mass Effect, Final Fantasy X, Nier,
I gotta play it.
Uncharted.
Again, I understand the innovation of it. I understand the importance of the game, but in regards to what's doing it the best, I don't know. I gotta see that.
You gotta play it, man.
I don't see too many games.
This is what I'm gonna say. The game came out in '98, and its story is still relevant today. Not it's still a good story. The story is still relevant today. Like, if you play that shit, you'd be like, this nigga told the fucking future. Like, I kid you not, dog. Like, the gameplay still holds up. The graphics still hold up, as blurry as they may be. And as we continue to scroll through this list, literally 70% of this fucking list of 100 games has Metal Gear Solid 1's DNA in it. And for good reason. It is like they say Mario 64 taught the video game industry how to create 3D video games. And it's true. It set the rule, like created the Bible for what a 3D game should be. Metal Gear Solid wrote the Bible for how you tell a fucking story. Like, we would still be playing Super Mario and fucking Mega Man and fucking Conker's Bad Fur Day if Metal Gear Solid didn't say, no, this is the moment that we grow up and we do something different. This is it. Like, all of these games, bro, like 70% of them are thanking Metal Gear. There's a reason why Kojima is the Steven Spielberg, the fucking Quentin Tarantino of video games, bro. Like, go do it. Go do it. You can download it. You can download it for very cheap. I think you can get it for like $10, $15.
The remake was coming out, right? Did they announce?
No,
Yeah,
the remake is for Metal Gear 3. So Metal Gear Solid 3 technically chronologically is the first game time-wise
in the story.
Yeah.
That's the one you want. But I mean, shit, you could play Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and what, Peace Walker?
Look, even Ray is saying here, yep, good call at number 1. That game changed everything. I played the game on demo and was hooked. I remember I played the demo as well and got to my my grandma was like, I don't care what else I get. This is what I need for Christmas. Nothing else. Get me this. We went, she was all right, come on, we'll go to the store and get it. Don't ask me for shit else. Me and my brother went, we got it, we played it until the disc like fell apart. Like, do it, Charlie. Anyway, we can sit here and we can politic on this 100 list all day, but let's leave it with the 1 out of 10. What are you gonna rate this on a 1 to 10, Charlie?
On the whole list, probably like a smooth like 7, maybe.
I'm not mad at a 7.
Like probably like 30 and up were solid, but there is some bastardizations that I feel like they're in like the lower rankings that I need. Like again, the Arkham Cities, the Ghosts, the Horizon Zero Dawns, the games that I think are granted. I understand the you know what? It's weird because there's a lot of like inconsistency in regards to maybe criteria. Because initially in my thought process when I was going up, I was like, okay, you know, they're newer games. Maybe they're looking at impact and legacy a little bit more and they're weighting that a little heavier in there. But then you have games like God of War, they just came out in like 2018. That's number 2 on that list. And games like Last of Us 2, which like came out in like what 2020, that you have like really high on this list. So it can't just be that. Gameplay wise, some games that had really great gameplay in that, and that aren't that crazy high. I don't know. And for especially when you're looking at impact, you would think they'd have like out of the Assassin's Creed games, you'd have 2 on there because just how much like Assassin's Creed 2 spawned the craze for Assassin's Creed. 1 was cool, but let's keep it a buck. Like the craze really started when Ezio Auditore da Firenze was introduced, and he got 3 games of his own, and they like really like popped that off. So I don't know what the criteria was, and it felt like the criteria was kind of all over the place for most of the list. But I think they did what most people do because it's hard to make the rank 100 of anything. And you take like the first 1 through maybe 30 seriously, and you're kind of just like doing shit with the rest. So I'm giving like a 7 out of 10 as a whole.
For that reason, I give it a 6. It's an okay list.
It's like
for now. I have notes, many notes, but it'll do.
Yeah, definitely so.
Something to base another
think,
list off of.
Yeah, I think by the Blur Lines Media official rating scale, I think a 6 is okay. I think this is an okay list. Okay. So I don't I think the biggest problem is, just as Charlie said, I think that the top of the list is pretty solid. There's a little bit of shifting you can make, but I do feel like 75 and below, like from, well, so 26 down to 100, I feel like those are all games where most of them belong on the list, but I think that there was not enough focus to prioritize where those games should have fallen on the list. I feel like 25 was the list, and 26 and everything below was just kind of like the pool of honorable mentions.
Right.
You know? But nonetheless, we got one more list because we hate ourselves. We're going to get into this Forbes top 50 rappers of all time.
Good Lord.
Oh, man.
Talk about inconsistency with a criteria. This is going to be it.
Oh, my
Look,
gosh.
so I'm already here, and we got Talib Kweli at 50.
At 50, bro. At 50, bro.
I don't even, I was going to say he did a Vibrant thing, but that was actually Q-Tip. That wasn't, like, I've heard Talib Kweli, but what was this? Was that Just to Get By, Just to Get High? Was that him?
That's way before me even caring.
Yeah, because you are 12.
A lot of these
You are
people on this
12.
list I've listened to frequently. I am not even going to pretend to lie to you and say that I am familiar with Talib Kweli's anything that he did to a Kanye West. I'm not going to act like I knew about anything he did.
I mean, just off of that alone, like, we should be top 40, top 35.
Okay, so yeah, I just looked him up on Tidal because I still use Tidal because fuck you guys. And as I look him up, his number one track is Get By, which is the song that I just referenced. His song under that is The Confidence of Knowing. I'm gonna just like I know y'all can't hear it, but I'm just seeing if it sounds like something I've heard before. No. And then number 3 is Breathe Eyes. And these don't sound like bad songs by any means. So I'm not saying that the songs sound bad, but just songs I've never heard before. And then his number 4 song is funny enough. Yeah. But then funny enough, his 4th song is Get By remix featuring Jay-Z and Busta Rhymes. So yeah, but yeah.
If he has to be on this list, he's probably right. I'm not gonna lie, personally.
Yep, let's get him out the way at 50. Sure. We got commercials. Anybody want best high yield savings accounts in 2024 by Kevin Payne? Anybody? Going once, going twice?
Cool.
Fuck that guy. Young Thug at 49.
Okay.
I feel this though, because I've looked at the list and I see where one of his children are. I'm not going to put him much higher up. I will say that. But I do feel like he does need to be above the next, like, 2 to maybe 3 people at least 4 people that are ahead of him right now.
Yeah.
Maybe 5.
I mean,
he should probably be at the top of the 40s to me, personally.
Yeah. I was going to say, for influence, I could see him higher, but I'm not necessarily mad at 49. But yeah. I put this kind of...
He's got the influence. He's got the hits. That's about it in regards to him.
Yeah.
His spot. That's what's kind of earned him his spot.
Yeah. But I kind of put this the same way I did with, what was that? Underground, I think, where I said, I got to see what else is on the list before I feel a way about this. But yeah. Well, let's go. 48.
Bo Khalid. My
bad.
Chief at 47. All right, Chief. So, okay. This is what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna disrespect Cardi B.
Oh
shit!
So this is my thing. When I first heard Cardi B, I did not like the Bodak Yellow. I thought that song was fucking trash. I get why it was a hit. I think it was a terrible song though. Right. But when I first heard her intro on her actual album, and I heard the fire in her voice, understanding the fact that yes, she has writers, but you also when you are when you indulge into this culture to a particular level, you do notice things like that, and you could feel the fire in the pit of her stomach as she dropped a couple different songs on that first album.
Invasion of Privacy.
12 or
Yeah.
17, I think was the intro, right? I'm thinking of what you're talking about.
I forget what the name of it was, but it was that first track.
Step up something, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, okay, like she means business is nothing else. Like, and I was all right, I can respect this. Yes, she came out commercial, but it does look like she at least kind of means it. Like she wants this. Cool.
Yeah.
But the fact that she still has not put out a sophomore album just is every 6 months that goes by and that album is not out, it just makes her look like more and more of a joke.
I can't say that for the factor of in between, she's put out some amazing features. Like she's dropped some.
You know who else put out major features, and by the time we got the album, it ended up just being a collaborative album with Jay-Z, basically. Jay Electronica.
I don't think he's peaked as high as she has, though.
Excuse me?
I don't think Jay Electronica has peaked as high as Cardi B has peaked.
That's crazy.
In the amount of hits.
All right, man, we're gonna go to 46.
That's crazy.
Pusha T at 40. Pusha T.
I don't.
That's crazy.
No, I don't.
That's crazy.
Charlie.
I will give you the factor of like,
Charlie, you're young.
Charlie, I don't want to argue with you, bro.
Charlie, you're young.
I'm sorry, bro.
Oh my God.
It's not even a you. When did he come out? Did he come out? Because he was like in the 2010s, right?
Bro, this is how you know that Jay Electronica was one of them. He was chosen by Erykah Badu, fam.
Right.
Along with Common, along with 3 Stacks, he was chosen, fam. Like, Jay Elect, he different. He is different. Like, he might be one of those that you need to do homework on, but there was a point in time, like before your time, so I get why you say that to a certain degree, that if you heard that a Jay Elect song came out or an album was actually dropping, niggas would stop what they were doing. Like remember we was waiting for Kendrick to drop? Jay Electronica drops used to be like that. But
Did y'all listen to the 2020 album then?
Yeah, that was a Jay-Z one. It was basically a collaborative album with Jay-Z. Like, who else do you know has a collab?
He dropped one in 2020 where you said he recorded over 40 days.
Yes, and look at it. Look how many features from Jay-Z are on it.
And you checked it out. I didn't even know that nigga dropped. I had owned the last time.
Yeah.
The last time I heard this man's name was on the Control verse.
Yeah, but he was a thing well before that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's what I'm saying, and that's why I compare Jay Electronica to Cardi B in that way, because Jay Electronica had the game in the palm of his hands for years, and the album was always coming soon. The album was coming soon. It never came, and that's essentially what we're getting now with Cardi B and her sophomore album. It just seems like it's never gonna come.
But I don't. How was he staying? Because again, like I said, the difference between these two. He may have been dropping features, but I believe she was staying. One, Cardi staying relevant with the features in general.
That's because she got ass.
No, well, that's part of it too.
Yes, it is. Because what does she do when she want to be relevant? She shakes ass. Yes, children.
She's embracing a lot of the younger artists.
When I'm done.
As well, and collaborating with a lot of these younger artists and dropping like to the Tomorrow 2 verse she gave Glorilla, the WAP verse that she did with Megan. Like she, in my opinion, she's doing a lot of what I wanted from Nicki. In regards to like, hey, once you get on and you have new women coming up in the game, help them get on.
Put them on, yeah, absolutely.
Put them on. And I think she's doing a lot of the Jay-Z shit, where you're just doing features and doing music with younger artists coming in to stay relevant while you're waiting to drop an album.
Yeah.
And I think that's in regards to the peak, I think that's why he hasn't peaked as high in my regard, in my perspective, just because she has her own fan base she garnered when she came out, but then she's like getting more and more fandom through collaborating and embracing these younger women artists.
I don't think that's where her fan base is these days, though. Like,
she's a younger fan base now.
Yeah.
Like most of the Lotto fans make again most of the women fan like outside of Nikki, like most of like the Meg Lotto, like they all are usually liking all of those artists because they all collaborate together and do things together.
Yeah. I get that, but I just feel like just drop a fucking album. Do the fucking album. The album she's been coming out with. And I think that's what hurts her legacy. Like, I wouldn't be mad if Cardi B was not on this list. I think that she could be on this list, and obviously she is, but top 50 of all time.
All
And
time.
you have one album and some Lucy's.
Oh, hey, bro, I'm not mad at the placement. I'm not mad if you dropped her to 50, but I think she needs to be on the top 50 though.
Yeah.
All
Pusha T at 46.
Yeah. Oh,
You don't just skip over Chief Keef?
I gave him his, you know, Chief Keef, that nigga Keef, he obviously he's an innovator. You know, he changed the game, he moved the sound. Like we all know about Chief Keef. Not necessarily the biggest fan of Chief Keef, but he's undeniable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm not mad at Push being right where he is. Not gonna lie.
I can see Push being higher, but I'm not necessarily mad at it. I don't know why on earth you would put MIA ahead of Chief Keef. I mean, or ahead of Push. Like my thing.
I don't know game on her. I definitely don't know game on MIA. I'm sorry. I don't know ball MIA at all whatsoever. I've never heard her name before I saw this list.
Really? Paper Planes?
Never.
Mm-hmm.
Paper
My paper get my plane. Yeah, that's really it. And that song was definitely a cultural moment. Yeah, she was on Swagger Like a, but that was she wasn't even literally on the song. It was just a sample from Paper Planes. Funny enough.
So okay, then I've heard her then. Okay.
Yeah, but Paper Planes was an absolute cultural moment. So I get it. Takeoff.
I think he needs to be higher. This may be the Georgia nigga me talking, but we're talking about impact and how the Migos literally had everybody copying their flows. And again, you can argue Bone being around doing that, but I don't think Bone did it not to the degree, but in the same exact format that they did it in. I think their flows were a little bit differentiating in regards to how they approached it. And him, in my opinion, being the best rapper out of the three, I think he needs to be a little higher. I'm not saying like crazy high, but maybe at least maybe in the 30s. I feel like
I'm not mad at you on that. My only thing is, I'm okay with him being at 44 if Quavo and Takeoff don't appear on this list. Or if we get Migos, I don't know how they're placing rap groups on this list, if they're placing them at all. If we get Migos in like the 30, like maybe 30 or 20 or something like that, I'm okay with that. But the only way 44 works for Takeoff is, for Takeoff, if it's Offset and Quavo aren't here. Melly Mel is here for nostalgia purposes. Prodigy at 42, I'm with. I'm sorry, I'm like rolling through this because I do gotta go pick up my son in 20 minutes. So Lupe at 41. Lupe is one of those technical rappers that I feel like doesn't really make good songs, but is a master in like conceptual rap. Bad Bunny.
So I thought he
doesn't belong on the list.
Yeah,
nah.
Actual rap music.
I mean, but reggaeton is literally just Spanish rap. This has a different beat pattern to it.
But at that point, we're leaving off niggas like Flo Rida and shit like that, or like fucking Pitbull.
We'll never put Flo Rida. Flo Rida and Pitbull better not be anywhere near this list.
That's if we got Bad Bunny.
If they
niggas technically do rap too, technically, if we be
look, but Bad Bunny is actually fire though. I fucks with Bad Bunny. But this is what I'm saying: if Flo Rida and Pitbull end up on this list, it's because you changed the list when you mentioned their names. So it's gonna be your fault. Let's keep it pushing.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd take Bad Bunny out and put like X in this list.
I'm sure he'll be in here. We'll see. We got Method Man at 39. Not mad at E40. I feel like you could put Meth on top of E40 easy, but you know E40. Rock Marciano. This is somebody I'm not familiar with.
Me either.
I'm like, if you don't know,
United Nations rapper.
MC Light.
MC Light at 39. MC Light is here for influence. I mean, MC Light is nice though. I'm not gonna sleep on nice. LL Cool J at 35 is still proving that he's nice today, which is crazy. Childish is here because he did change the sound of the game. You know what I'm saying? With his weird build. This nigga is built so weird, bro.
Rap, though. That nigga's not here with the rap shit, though.
I mean, he got some cool flows. Yeah.
I fucking hate I don't know if I've told y'all this before, but Bonfire is probably my most hated rap song of all time. And I love Gambino's music, but I fucking hate Bonfire so much.
Yeah. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you. It's okay. Let that heart go. Let that hurt go. No. Future at 33. Here is your leader, Sean. Are you okay with Future being at 33? I know in your eyes he should be like -2 or some shit. But are you all right with him being 33, bro?
Honestly, top 50, I could absolutely, I could see him being 33 for sure.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm not because I'm not a fan. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not really a fan of Future, but I think that 33.
Nah,
is
he's
like
got a lot of clones out here.
Oh yeah, he got a lot of babies.
A hell of a lot of clones out here. I think he should be above a couple of his clones that I'm seeing on the list, and we'll kind of talk about that.
Okay.
But,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I say it myself again. You know, T-Pain is definitely grandfather. Future is dad, and they got a lot of extended family out here.
Right.
Busta Rhymes at 32 ain't bad. Yasin Bey at 31.
Yeah. He could be top 30, top 25 for real.
He's 10 minutes around the street. You didn't tell me that. How was I supposed to know? All right, well, let's skim through here. The wife is kicking me off. Queen Latifah at 30. Dr. Dre at 29. Love Dr. Dre. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I love Dre, you know, first billionaire in hip hop. I think for his rap, considering the fact that he don't even write most of his raps, is very high. If you want to talk about top producers, we could easily put him in top 10 of all time. But I don't know about just pure rapper. Same with Lauryn Hill. I think Lauryn Hill is here for out of respect. I love Lauryn Hill. I think she's amazing. I don't think she's one of the greatest rappers of all time, though.
I don't look at her as a rapper in general.
I mean, she's a rapper for sure, and she got bars for sure.
Yeah,
I
definitely got bars.
I just don't think her career, like just like Cardi B, essentially, I just don't think her career is expansive enough to say, all right, yeah, she should be on this list. I think that she made some very immortal like music, but just, you know, just not there's not enough of a catalog there. Like Juice WRLD at 27, not mad.
Nope, he should be 33 where Future is. He's a clone.
He's better than Future though.
He better than Future. Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
He makes better music than Future.
Or it was his range. His range is what does it.
Future's a clone of Thug.
No, he's not.
Nah, he's not a clone of Thug. He's a clone of Future.
I think they're siblings more than they are, you know, clones of each other. MF Doom at 26. MF Doom, I think, is here out of respect. She's respect and aura. Like I don't
definitely aura. Definitely aura.
His aura, like even he had bars like a motherfucker, but he had like, let me sit down with this dictionary and thesaurus to understand what the fuck is going on, like kind of flows. Like like that nigga would make Kendrick Lamar's like flows today just look like fucking like ABC 1 2 3 bubblegum rap. Ice Cube at 25. I respect Ice Cube for being one of the first rappers to pivot into Hollywood. I don't think he's top 25. 50 Cent even. I respect 50 Cent's hustle hand and influence, I guess. And I see what you're saying now about, I think his catalog is large enough. I don't think it's good enough. Like, I think that if you take all of his best songs throughout his catalog, you can get something great. But he has a lot of albums that, like after The Massacre, has a lot of albums that have really good songs on them with a bunch of like fodder. But I see what you're saying now. Like as we get deeper into this list, it's like, what are the qualifications? So,
Mhm.
Charlie, you're not
It's
wrong.
mostly legacy. It's mostly legacy because niggas like that, Big Daddy Kane, was the dude Marciano from earlier. Like, it's a lot of legacy picks in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is from Forbes too,
DMX,
so it's like, I don't know, but
like,
DMX
probably
at
from
23,
sales.
right? 22. I mean, DMX, I can see DMX being up here. I'm not mad at his spot.
10 to me.
He needs to
Big
be
Daddy,
higher, top 20 for sure.
yeah. Big Daddy Kane at 22. Rakim, I can see Rakim honestly being top 10.
Yeah.
Like, as much as you know, we talk about legacy, like Rakim is literally like the creator of like the lyrical miracle rap. And while everyone doesn't like that, like there's a lot of people that do, and like he is the one that like birthed that shit. Like it wasn't nobody else rapping, like he created that shit, like not rapping on words but rapping on syllables. Like that was Rakim. So
We get into legacy though. Like, are we doing that? Again, that's always my question. Is it because he did it first, or did he do it the best?
you know, it's hard to answer that on that one. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not even gonna argue that I'm right. I'm not mad at his placement being where it is. But if somebody said he was top 10, I could not argue with them either. Common, I think Common makes really good music.
At 20.
He makes really
For
good.
real?
Common makes really good music.
Yeah, bro.
He makes grown man rap. Like, go listen to some Common, bro.
Legit
grown man rap.
bro.
Like if you
Like,
wake up
for
in the morning,
years,
and
too.
if you what I'm telling you is if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to listen to murder, kill, pop a pill and stab a hoe, but you just not in the mood for R&B, pop on some Common and you'll understand like, okay.
That nigga makes prostate exam music rap. I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck.
Prostate exam.
This Charlie is showing his age. Stop it. Ghostface Killer at 19. I don't know. I would put Meth at 19 for a higher end of Wu-Tang over Ghostface Killer. Snoop Dogg.
Bro, you know, I don't know.
So Snoop Dogg at 18. Snoop Dogg is the most famous rapper of all time. You got to put him high up here. Tyler, the Creator, at 17. No objection. Lil Kim.
For legacy.
Just look at her. What did she do to herself?
She looks like a fucking robot.
Put her at 40.
Put her at 40.
ASAP Rocky should not be number 15. We could put ASAP Rocky at Cardi B's 48 and bump her off until we get a fire second album from her. Chuck D is one of the grandfathers of battle rap. Not mad at Chuck D being this high on the list. We all
look at me, nigga.
Right. Missy Elliott. We here. Fuck with Missy Elliott at Biggie at 12.
They're not gonna have T-Pain on this list, are they?
I mean, can you call him a rapper all the way?
They're not.
Andre 3000 at 11. Eminem at 10. I can put Eminem at 10. I think they got Eminem right at 10. I think what keeps 3 Stacks under Eminem is the fact that we still don't have a solo rap album from 3 Stacks.
Right.
But I'm almost done, boo. Nas at number 9, not mad. Nicki Minaj at number 8. I feel like they did this because they had to put a woman up here. I think there are women that are more deserving. I also feel like Nicki Minaj could be top 3 if she would be more positive with her female rap cohorts.
Yeah.
Is there
her contemporaries
put over her though, that like her at her lyrical peak combined with the numbers of music she was selling and her impact? Is there anybody you can put over her though? For real?
No, that's why I say I feel like there could be.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not mad at her being where she is. Kanye at 7. I think Kanye could easily be number 3. You know what I'm saying?
Writing all your stuff
until you see number 3.
We got Drake at number 6. I mean, I'm fine with Drake at 6. That's fair.
I'm cool with that.
Tupac at 5. Because we talk about numbers and we got Pac at 5, y'all know who comes in at number 4? Flow writer. He has sold more albums than Tupac. So number 4, up J. Cole. Not mad at J. Cole being number 4. J. Cole is personally my favorite rapper. Lil Wayne at number 3.
Wayne at 3?
I'm not mad at Wayne at 3, but the thing that really stops me from being a big Wayne fan is the fact that in terms of subject matter, his subject matter has always been like his downfall. Like this nigga cannot stay on topic in a rap to save his life. And it makes sense because he doesn't write his rhymes. But like,
right.
Like, what are half of his fucking songs about? I do not know. But the flow is crazy. The wordplay is crazy. Kendrick number 2, and then that puts Jay-Z number 1.
There's
that's hard. I don't know.
When we're having a conversation about niggas writing all their own stuff, let's keep it above. There is no one on this list that has written 100% of their rhymes. I can guarantee you that. Nobody.
Their verses, I'll give you a pass on the hook. But when
I guarantee you there's nobody on this list I don't think there's anybody to ever exist that is 100% in their own mind come up with every single bar and every single hook they have ever made.
I'll say
studio session with their homeboys or with other rappers, and niggas have recommended this line here or
that's different though.
They've never done that.
As somebody who has created, like, yeah, you give that person the writer credit out of respect and support, but because somebody's like, oh, that's a hard bar, you can make it better this way, is not the same thing as somebody writing your verse for you though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying they've had an entire verse written for them, but again, if that person doesn't give you that advice, you don't get that bar, and that song isn't made in the same manner, and the song may not be as good. So your career may take a different trajectory if this one song doesn't pop off in the way it does. That's why I'm like, that's why some people that's why I fuck with Cardi so much, and somebody where she's very transparent, like, hey, I'm not this good yet. I'm working to get this good. I wrote this amount here. She's very transparent with that shit. That's why I respect her a lot as an artist, because she's transparent as to where her weaknesses are and where she's improving at. There's a lot of niggas that fake the funk and they preach the writing everything for them, when I know there were niggas around like a T-Pain or a Pharrell that were in studio sessions with these niggas, not only producing with y'all, but like helping y'all write a lot of this shit and keeping y'all relevant.
Yeah.
Somebody like a Jay-Z is somebody I really get annoyed with, because you were so big on like death of auto-tune and not doing what other niggas were doing, and then you proceeded to have Kanye produce entire projects for you and help you like stay super relevant with shit going on. Because how your music sounded pre-Kanye versus post linking up with Kanye sounds drastically different.
Yeah.
And some of your biggest hits when you were linking up with Kanye.
I want to expand on this. We're going to have to say this for another time, because my wife is about to snatch me off this PC by my locks. So what I'm going to say is, I recommended last week, y'all go check out From. I'm going to recommend that y'all still watch From, and I'm also going to recommend that y'all pull up and play some Marvel Rivals with us. Any other quick recommendations before I shut this down, before I get shut down?
Watch Dune Prodigy.
Watch Dune.
Yeah, the show, the Dune show, and Creature Commandos. Watch them.
Cool.
Yeah, I was gonna recommend Creature Commandos and Marvel Rivals as well.
Bet. All right, there we go. So to all y'all that was creeping in the chat, we got up to a couple numbers here. I was kind of creeping in and peeking at it. Yeah. Shout out to all of y'all. Not gonna do y'all all by name, but y'all all deserve the heartiest gang gang. I gotta get out of here. Catch y'all later.